Arkansas parents strongly support after-school programs. 84% support public funding for after-school. 79% say that after-school helps them keep their jobs. 63% say after-school excites kids about learning. 74% say after-school reduces the likelihood that kids will engage in risky behavior. We have 3 questions in this section. The first question is, do you agree with most parents that public funds should be used to support quality after-school and summer programs?
Absolutely. You know, I have seen over and over again in communities around this state, I've been privileged to see after-school and summer programs in Pine Bluff, in Phillips County and Helena, and countless other communities. These initiatives, these programs do exactly what you just said is revealed in these poll results. You know, even our best kids, and I think virtually all of our kids are good. They have good hearts and good intentions. But we know if they don't have anything to do for an extended period of time, they're going to find trouble. That's just part of being a kid. And it's our responsibility to keep them busy doing constructive things so that that doesn't happen. You know, and this is not just so that they stay out of trouble. This is so they grow into the confident, empowered adults that we want them to be. You know, I was at a Boys and Girls Club in Helena a couple months ago, and I was talking to the leadership there, and I was seeing the round of activities and things that they engage kids with. And these initiatives, they go so much further than just keeping our kids off the street. This is where they build self-confidence. This is where they learn to work in teams. Sometimes this is where they get that little bit of extra tutoring they need in reading or math. You know, Pastor Easter at the beginning rightly said, you know, we get $3 in savings and return on investment for each we spend in these things. You know, that's true. But that doesn't quantify the intangibles that we get when a person grows up and completes their education or avoids becoming a teenage parent. That doesn't count the benefits of the books some of them will write, the businesses some of them will start, the better parents they will be when they're able to delay it a little bit longer. So I think that these things pay for themselves over and over again. And one thing that I would add, I disagree with the point that was made earlier that we don't need state government to be involved in this. I grew up in Northwest Arkansas, and I was raised in part because of my faith to believe that our faiths are intertwined, and that even though I was growing up in Springdale, the lives and the opportunity that a kid in Eudora, or Helena, or Mariana, or Osceola was tied to my own faith. But not everybody believes that. You know, and if we leave each community to fend for themselves, we know well and good that some of them don't have the resources they need, even if everyone got mobilized, to go provide equity for their kids. And if we don't provide equity, how are we going to give them the opportunity and justice they deserve? So I do think there's a role for state government to play to make sure that we are able to deliver equity in all our communities.
Question number 2, how will you work to ensure that we have more local school and community-based partners to create more access to quality after-school and summer programs across the state?
You know, one of the most amazing things and one of the most inspiring things I've found in the last several years when I've been working in the Delta and in southern Arkansas is that in virtually every community, there are already incredible people who know what their kids need, and they're working on it right now. Sometimes they have a Boys and Girls Club. Sometimes they have a new facility that's attached to their church where their kids can convene and learn and play sports. Sometimes it's just a heroic living room of an 80-year-old grandmother that's taking in kids from the neighborhood. These communities, no matter where they're starting, they don't really need Little Rock or state government to come in and tell them what they do, but they do need Little Rock to show up and say, how can we help? Do you need a little bit extra resources? Or do you just need some red tape cut? You know? Do you need access to an expert for a few hours in this field or that? These are things that we can do, but it starts with the assumption, which is true, that we have talented, good people that are already working on some of these things, and we need to show up with a posture of how we help and unleash them, not how we manage them and tell them what to do.
All right, question number 3.